Hello and welcome to day 169 of our Chronological Bible in a Year reading plan. Today we are reading Proverbs 27, 28, and 29. So Proverbs 27 to start us off. Proverbs 27. Do not boast of tomorrow, for you do not know what a day brings forth. Let another man praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips. A stone is heavy and sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than both. Wrath is cruel and displeasure overwhelming, but who is able to stand before jealousy? Open reproof is better than hidden love. The wounds of a friend are true, but the kisses of an enemy are profuse. One satisfied loathes the honeycomb, but to a hungry one any bitter is sweet. Like a bird that wanders from its nest, so is a man who wanders from his place. Ointment and perfume gladden the heart, so one's counsel is sweet to his friend. Do not forsake your own friend or your father's friend, and do not go into your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor nearby than a brother far away. My son, be wise, and gladden my heart, that I might have a word for him who reproaches me. A clever man foresees calamity, and hides himself. The simple shall go on, they are punished. Take the garment of him who is guarantor for a stranger, and for a strange woman pledge it. He who greets his friend loudly early in the morning shall have it reckoned to him as a curse. Drops that never cease on a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. Whoever oppresses her represses the wind, and his right hand encounters oil. Iron is sharpened by iron, and a man sharpens the face of his friend. He who tends the fig tree eats its fruit, and he who guards his master is esteemed. As in water face is to face, so a man's heart to man. The grave and destruction are not satisfied, so the eyes of man are not satisfied. A refining pot is for silver, and a furnace for gold, so a man is tried by his praise. Even if you pound a fool in a mortar with a pestle along with crushed grain, his folly shall not leave him. Know well the state of your flocks, apply your heart to your herds. For riches are not forever, nor a diadem to all generations. Grass vanishes, and new grass appears, and the vegetation of the mountains are gathered in. The lambs are for your garments, and the goats for the price of a field. And goat's milk enough for your food, for the food of your household, and sustenance for your girls. Proverbs 28. The wicked shall flee though no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. Because of transgression of a land, many are its rulers, but by a man of understanding and knowledge, right is maintained. A poor man who oppresses the poor is a sweeping rain that leaves no food. Those who forsake the Torah praise the wicked. Those who guard the Torah strive with them. Evil men do not understand right ruling, but those who seek Yahuwah understand all. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than one perverse in his ways who is rich. He who watches over the Torah is a discerning son, but a companion of gluttons shames his father. He who increases his possessions by interest and profit gathers it for him who shows favor to the poor. He who turns away his ear from hearing the Torah, even his prayer is an abomination. Wow. He who turns away his ear from hearing the Torah, his prayer is an abomination. He who causes the straight to go astray in an evil way falls into his own pit, but the perfect inherit the good. A rich man is wise in his own eyes, but the poor who has understanding searches him out. When the righteous exult, there is great comeliness, but when the wicked arise, a man is searched for. He who hides his transgressions does not prosper, but he who confesses and forsakes them finds compassion. Baruch, which means blessed, is the man who always reveres, but he who hardens his heart falls into evil. A roaring lion and a charging bear is a wicked ruler over poor people. A leader who lacks understanding is a great oppressor, but the hater of greed prolongs his days. A man oppressed by blood guilt flees into a pit. Let no one help him. He who walks blamelessly is saved, but the perverted of ways falls at once. He who tills his land is satisfied with bread, but he who pursues vanities is filled with poverty. A man of truth has many barakoth, which means blessings, but one in a hurry to be rich does not go unpunished. To show partiality is not good, because for a piece of bread a man would transgress. A man with an evil eye runs after wealth and does not know that poverty awaits him. He who reproves a man finds more favor afterward than he who flatters with the tongue. He who robs his father or his mother and says, "It is no transgression," he is a companion to a destroyer. He who is greedy stirs up strife, but he who trusts in Yahuwah prospers. He who trusts in his own heart is a fool, but he who walks wisely is delivered. He who gives to the poor does not lack, but he who hides his eyes has many curses. When the wicked rise up, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. And Proverbs 29. One often reproved, hardening his neck, is suddenly broken, and there is no healing. When the righteous increase, the people rejoice, but when a wicked one rules, the people sigh. He who loves wisdom gladdens his father, but a companion of whores destroys wealth. A sovereign establishes a land by right ruling, but one who receives bribes throws it down. A man who flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his own feet. An evil man is ensnared by transgression, but the righteous sings and rejoices. The righteous knows the plea of the poor, the wicked do not understand knowledge. Scoffers ensnare a city, but the wise turn away wrath. When a wise man disputes with a foolish man, whether he rages or laughs, there is no peace. Bloodthirsty men hate the perfect and seek the life of the straight. A fool lets out all his breath, but the wise calms it down afterward. If a ruler listens to lying words, all his servants become wicked. The poor man and the oppressor have this in common. Yahuwah gives light to the eyes of both. The sovereign who rightly rules the poor with truth, his throne is established forever. A rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child unrestrained brings shame to his mother. When the wicked become many, transgression increases, but the righteous look on their fall. Discipline your son, and he brings you rest and delight to your life. When there is no vision, the people are let loose. But Baruch, again, blessed is he who guards the Torah. A servant is not disciplined by words, though he understands, he does not respond. Have you seen a man hasty in his words? There is more expectancy for a fool than for him. He who deals tenderly with his servant from youth has him as a son in the end. A man of displeasure stirs up strife, and a master of rage has many a transgression. The pride of man brings him low, but the humble in spirit obtains esteem. He who shares with a thief hates his own high, which is life. He hears an oath, but does not report. The fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in Yahuwah is made high. Many seek the face of a ruler, but right ruling for man comes from Yahuwah. An unrighteous man is an abomination to the righteous, and he who is straight in the way is an abomination to the wicked. And that concludes our reading for today. As always, thank you for joining. Hope you've been reading along, and peace and blessings and love to you. See you in the next one.